Welcome to Digital Toolbox. This is part 2 of the door definition. And before we get started, I made a mistake on the last tutorial labeling the doorstop width and the doorstop thickness. The doorstop width is actually the thickness, so I'm going to rename the width into thickness. And then the doorstop thickness is actually the width. We don't need to change any of the slider's input, we just need to change the name of the slider. So I'm just going to flip this around. So the width is actually the thickness and the thickness is actually the width, and I'm just going to move it back into place. And then we also need to move around the expression so then that it matches our sliders. So once you guys do that, we should be golden. So to create the doorstop, we're going to need two interval boxes again. So go to Surface, go to Primitive, grab the interval box. I'm just going to copy and paste. The X direction of the first box will be the same as the door width, so that's the first input. And then for Y is going to be the door height, and that's going to the doorstop's width, and that's going to be the fourth one from the bottom. And then the height of the first box will be the door height, which is going to be the third from the top. And then the second box is going for the X direction. It's going to be the door width subtract twice the doorstop's thickness, similar to the frame. So we're going to go to Logic and grab a two variable expression. Type in X minus open parentheses 2 times Y, close parentheses, and commit changes. This will go into X. So X will be the door width. Y will be the doorstop thickness, which is third from the bottom. And then the Y for the second box will be the same, which is fourth from the bottom. And then Z will be the same, and that's going to be third from the top. So now if I turn this around, you can see that the second box here is always at the origin, so I'm going to move it over by the doorstop's thickness, and then I'm going to difference the two boxes. So I'm going to go to Xform, go to Move, second box into Geometry, go into Vector and grab the X direction, and I'm going to put the doorstop thickness, which is third from the bottom, and then unpreview this. So now you can see there's a small gap in between. I also forgot that the Z direction is actually the door height subtract the doorstop thickness, so that's Y minus X, or X minus Y, counting on what your inputs are. So I'm grab a two variable expression. I'm just going to put in X minus Y. So the door height, which is 80 inches, subtract the door thickness, which is third from the bottom, and that will actually go into the Z. So now the doorstop is going all the way around the door. And then I'm going to difference between these two boxes, so I'm going to go to Intersect, grab the solid difference, and then unpreview these. So now we have our doorstop, and we're going to need to move it in the Y direction again, like the door frame, so then when the door closes it's flushed. So go to Euclidean, grab the Move, go to Vector and grab the Y direction. We're going to need to move it in the negative Y, so I'm going to grab a one variable expression, name that, or I'm going to put that into the input as negative X, put that into Y, and this is going to be the doorstop's width. So that's fourth from the bottom. I'm going to input that in, unpreview the difference, and now we have our doorstop frame and the door frame itself. So continue to the third tutorial for creating the door, and thanks for watching.